welcome back to Headbangers podcast. I'm joined with Nathan here today, drowning Sulfur. How are you guys doing? How's the life of the pandemic for you?
Oh, yeah,
shit.
Besides
really,
boring?
Yeah.
a bit difficult, just a bit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
just a bit difficult. But now we are in yellow zone because we are different colors,
Mm.
and we are a bit more free than before, but still in a sort of lockdown. So
Yeah, before we were in the red zone, so we cannot.
the red zone is the strongest form of lockdown, and now it's the weakest. But we cannot cross regions, and so we actually cannot meet. But we meet anyway.
Feel that. We're pretty much in what the equivalent of the red zone is then. We're like in the worst form of lockdown, so we can't do anything. It's been like this since like November, I think. So it's not great.
Yeah, we've got it in like tiers. So like you've got like tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and then like tier 1. And then tier 4 didn't exist up until a couple months ago, and they went, yeah, we've made a new tier. It's called tier 4. It basically means you can do fuck all. And that's right what happened last month. We were just sat there like, oh, great.
So I guess firstly, like, how did you guys all meet then? What's the origin story for Drowning Sulfur?
Well, basically, after the split, Chris was a friend of Harry.
Yeah,
and
Christian
then
is a friend of mine.
introduced me, Chris.
And yeah, I introduced Christian, and the first time at the beginning there were just me and Domenico. Then we met Luca and Emanuele, and then I introduced Christian to Domenico, and that's all.
Here we are.
And that's all.
Awesome.
It's yeah.
Yeah, we started from 2. So,
December 2019.
Yeah. So we
And,
built the band from zero.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you guys have hit the ball out of the park.
Yeah, and I joined the band just 2 days before lockdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gotta say, you guys have released some like killer tunes then since you've only been going for like a little amount of time. Like that Black Wind EP is just brutal from start to finish. Like so many different styles incorporated into it, like slam, black metal, death metal. Like say that's your first EP. Awesome, really awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much.
I was listening on the bus back home, and I was like, this is fucking brutal shit. This I was like, I was there like, fucking hell, like, it's so hard hitting. I loved your new single as well. One thing I kind of want to know is this single kind of alluding to a new EP or potential album that you're working on at the moment?
Yeah.
Yes.
There is actually a new album, and we'll release it. I don't know when actually, and but there is a new album, and we are releasing. We have released
A few singles.
2 singles, Essence and Descended Sarres, and
Now it's coming the third.
yeah, the third is coming soon, and that's it. We are just releasing new music, and after that we will we hope we restart making gigs and tour again, but it's not the best situation because actually we see that lots of tour of big bands, big names are being postponed.
Yeah, in 2022.
So that's that's some of not sure if we can restart again like before, but we hope, and we still make new music. We still making new music, and we are working just in a different way, but hoping for the best. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody knows what's going to happen. Like every time you think a new tour is going to come, it's just like postponed until 2022, which is pretty sad to be honest. But yeah, it's difficult. I gotta say as well with the music, like what are all your influences going into it? Because like I said, I can see like elements of slam, death metal, black metal. Like, did you all have different styles of music that you're into, and you all combined it, or you're like liking all that kind of stuff anywhere?
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Well, Theo?
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Hmm.
We just introduce a lot of genres together, actually trying to keep a unique style, a unique plastic thing.
Well, we like to contaminate our music with different genres such as black metal, slam, black metal, and
In a particular
Yes.
way, because it's the main influence we are keeping at the moment. But everyone listens to a lot of different music, one from each other, and we just basically enjoy brutal music, and
Yeah.
then that's the form that comes out.
Yeah, well,
So-
you guys are definitely brutal. Like, honestly,
No denying that.
I remember.
The main thing is that brutal, and then
we like to put some evil
Then the
shit
rest.
in our songs.
Wait, I remember when me and Brad first listened to you guys, and we were there like I can't remember what song it was, but it was just an immediate smack in the face. We were like, oh my fucking god! Like, it really kicked off. We were like, Jesus. I'm like,
It's
these guys-
interesting to like mix slam and black metal together as well, because people try and do that and it doesn't always work, because they are kind of, even though they're in metal, they're both quite two different genres, but you guys managed to make it work really well.
Yeah, we're just trying to create our own style, our own kind of music. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely the best way to go about it. I absolutely love you. Oh, go on. I absolutely love your like imagery as well. So was like obviously you are fans of black metal. So what was like? How did you come about the decision to wear corpse paint? Was it just like we've got to go for it, or was it kind of just one thing that you kind of built up to?
Well, we saw that a lot of extreme music take influence from black metal.
Yeah, from
in,
both genes that color black metal. So
Yeah, but extreme music takes a lot from the harmony and the stuff like that from black metal. But we wanted to push in that direction in all the kind of influences we could achieve, because we like it, so we decided to do it properly. But we also wanted to experiment with that, and we also thought that if we take a strong image, we can make a more a better show.
Yeah.
We can make not only music with influences, but all a thing that is being
all the
image
imagery.
and music. It's just a more complete vision that we have in that kind of sense. And so we decided to search for an outfit, to look for that kind of influences, and incorporate them, all of them, not just the music, not just the vibe.
Well, even the corpse paint. So
Yeah, the corpse paint is the more appear, and the first thing you see, and it's a huge thing just by itself, and we hope that we when gigs will come back, we hope that we can develop a live show that is more than just seeing 5 guys that play music, but something
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
that it's more than that. So make an experience, create a new experience.
Yeah, taking the
a show, a show, probably.
yeah, taking all the best bits of black metal without the church burnings and
Yeah.
No, I think I agree there. I think with the corpse paint and the theatrics and everything like that, it just makes it so much more interesting because you do get bands that just want to go play the show and that's it, they're done. But like actually having the visual aspect as well I think it adds to it.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing because it's not easy to put to make something so complex and so big and make it well, make it good. But we're trying and we will developing it more and more in the future because if you can't experience it, you cannot be good at it. Actually.
Absolutely.
Just doing it, it's a form of practice that you keep continuing in the future.
Exactly.
That's it.
Absolutely. If you could get someone to do guest vocals on your album, who would it be? If you could pick one person.
Mergal from Behemoth.
Oh
Definitely. That'd be amazing.
That would be
For
awesome.
me, I don't know for them.
I bet it'd be expensive.
Corey Taylor.
Corey Taylor.
Probably.
Corey Taylor,
That would be
Easy
not
goals.
the kind of person, but maybe some guests with other vocalists, with other musicians, maybe.
CJ from Lorna Shore.
Yeah.
Evil Legacy.
Maybe
Legacy.
maybe making some split EP, some split album with some bands, some groups, and well, it's a thing that actually I don't see anymore in the underground music scene, but it would be cool. It would be really cool to make it.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I wish I saw more bands do more split albums and EPs with each other. Because I think that's one thing that's been kind of lost in like underground scenes. It's like bands sort of supporting each other. I don't know. I don't know how it is in Italy, but in the UK, a lot of underground bands kind of like almost see it as a competition. Where it's now we need to do better than them. We need to do better than them. When I've always approached it as like, I'll just do whatever the fuck like makes me have fun, and I'll support whoever the fuck supports me. But like a lot of bands just see it as like, no, we can do better, and then they fucking just start being like really.
There's no more a kind of sense of community in the underground scene.
No, they all see.
I think that the underground scene is making a real struggle because of that, because we are just focusing on some kind of success that it's not the kind of thing that people
Imagine.
the kind of thing that people should follow, because it's a thing that is really peculiar of music industry and not underground scene, which is something really different. But maybe the pandemic will teach something. Will teach something. I hope so, because it hurts, and maybe someone will learn something new. Will learn to come back to the original mindset.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. It's like when you look at all the bands from like back in the day, like the main reason why they all got big was because they all promoted each other, and they all like toured with each other, and it caused a sense of community. So when one band blew up, all the bands associated with them also blew up because they got to tour with bigger bands because it was associated with another big band. It's very aggravating when you see sometimes how bands kind of like see it as a competition. Like it's like, let's face it, like let's see what it is. We're all just sat here playing like heavy music, screaming down a microphone. Like we should have fun with it and support each other, man. Like,
Right.
so I'm happy with that. You guys sort of have that mentality of like wanting to do a split like EP with another band, because to me, I think that's something that a lot of bands have lost focused on, and it's you know, a lot of people need to realize it's a community of people. One thing that I'm really interested in is like, how did you kind of come up with the name Drowned in Sulfur? How did you sort of come up with it? Because it is a really interesting name.
Well, it's a horrible way to die.
Yes,
You're not wrong.
Well, we were basically drunk in a bar, so we decided to call ourselves Drowned in Sulfur, but we really like the symbologia.
Symbolism.
Sulfur.
What it represents.
Yes, the sulfur symbology across the all the satanism. Argomento, come si dice?
Matter.
Sorry for my bad English.
No, it's okay.
The matter of the person, you know.
Okay.
But basically, it's a horrible way to die. That's the actual, the first and actual.
Spiega lo zolfo rosso anche.
Yeah. Was there any like names that you sort of came up with before you decided on the name, or was it just like you kind of from like a little idea that you had from the get-go that you wanted to stick with?
Can you repeat, please?
So like, was there any other names before you decided on your final name, or was it kind of an idea that you had from before, like when it started, and it was that was the name from straight away? If you get me.
Well, it just came out, and we decided to keep it from the beginning. The only name that came out in the drunk brainstorming sort of that we were having at the moment.
No worries.
And,
Yeah, no worries.
So like, I gotta say, I love you guys' merch, because you've got like the album, and then you've got the T-shirt, and then you've got sunglasses. Like, what made you want to put like sunglasses as like a part of the bundle?
yeah, there are sunglasses in the merch. It's a kind of item that you don't expect from a metal band or from an underground metal band, but
That's true.
the management was pushing a lot on that kind of aspect, so it came out, and well, if it's appreciated, we're just happy about that.
We like to consider our merchandising as a brand, more as a brand and not like a normal merchandising band. So
No,
I think that's the best way to approach it, because like I think when you approach it as a brand, that's when you can get really creative with like what you release. Like,
yes.
I think that's definitely the way to go with merch.
Because you don't have to rely always on the logo, on the band itself. You can just make things how you want to do it, and basically do that.
So one thing that I'm interested in as well, like we'll kind of go down the line, and each one of you will say like sort of your answer to this. What got each of you into heavier music? What was each of your like starting point with heavier music, and how did it like kind of cascade down?
Well, it was Suicide Silence, You Only Live Once. That what brought me into it.
Okay, per te?
Tour band, una band con cui far tour.
No, my first experience in extreme music was Hammer Smash Face.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Questions.
Before I thought, what the fuck is that? And then I realized I was liking it, so that's it.
No worries.
First band was Slayer.
Always a good starting point.
After the body, I'll like break down very fast and yeah. But that score is more heavy, more down, more headbang. I like it, and now
I like it a lot.
No, Deathcore's the best, to be fair. I think I listen to Deathcore the most now.
Yeah.
Speaking in the Italian's way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Peo and Emma are the deathcore parts in the band, and
Yeah, the
And
most
we are
We are the metal.
the most core members, and we are the most class.
Yeah, started with Ozzy Osbourne, Death, Cannibal Corpse, thrash
That's-
metal
yeah,
bands. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we are metal part.
I absolutely adore Ozzy Osbourne. I absolutely adore Ozzy Osbourne. I've got a portrait of him on my arm. On my right arm, there's like a full Ozzy portrait. I'll whip it out.
My dog is called
I don't
Ozzy.
I don't know if
Oh,
you
awesome.
can see it. Yeah, it's an Ozzy portrait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I absolutely love Ozzy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I also love how he is stoned all the time.
24/7. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But have you any
Just
of you
not
seen?
on his planet with the mind.
Well, have any of you seen the scene in the Osborne show where he has a problem with his tooth and he has to go to the dentist?
I watched it on YouTube. The clip.
Yeah, literally, like she's cranking up like the gas so he don't feel anything, and he's like, I don't feel it at all. So she's like pressing it so like high you can hear it pissing out the canister, like you can just hear. And then she goes, "Can you feel it now?" After about half an hour, this guy of him just sucking up all this nauseous gas.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, I feel it now." It's off his tits, like he's just going passed out. Yeah, it's so funny.
I don't think he's been sober for like 70 years, to be honest.
Yeah, no, he's definitely never been sober since like Black Sabbath started.
It's hard to think that a man could have some reason in his life, any reason to take so much drugs.
I know, too much.
Oh yeah.
So much drugs.
He's the drug.
It's just
he's the drugs.
it's
so-
something that a normal person cannot understand completely, because just so much when you just feel bad because you drink too much, you just stop drinking for a while. But some people just don't.
Oh, nah.
And that's
Nah,
Ozzy.
some people just don't have that part of the brain that goes, right, you need to go to bed now, man. No,
But
that's
Coffee is a
some
good
people just
musician.
don't have that part.
So I gotta say, I love like you guys' digital marketing, like on Instagram, like even just how it's laid out. And I know that Chris does all the graphic design, don't you? There's even that like bit when you introduce like, you know, everything about you and stuff like that. What's like the importance of the marketing for you guys on Instagram? Because you guys seem to like care about it quite a lot.
We want to show the person behind the musician.
Yeah.
So we want to make us know as Chris, Dome, Enrico, Emma, Peo, Luca. For the person and not only for the musician. So, and also to show us to the fan base, to let us know us. Try to let them know us, yeah.
No, I like that. I think it gives a bit of personalization to the band, because obviously you can just be musicians, just post your music, but like I think people like to know about the band and know about the members. So but I think that's a good aspect to put in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. It depends also on what kind of person you are, because if you don't like to expose yourself too much, you maybe struggle a bit with that. But I think that you just have to do what you want, and don't focus too much on things like that. like if you are obliged, like if you have to, like if you must do, but just make it naturally, and that's it.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy it, you cannot do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. I gotta say, one thing as well. I kind of want to know. This is going to be like one for each of you as well. So we'll go down the line again. If you was all trapped on a desert island and they said, "Here's one album to listen to," which one would you choose?
Perception by Sanity.
One album.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Human by Death.
Oh yeah.
that's one of my favorite Death albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Same.
Rain in Hell.
Uh, Close to the Edge by the Yes.
Good choice. Good choice.
Rare form of After the Burial.
Also a good choice.
Yeah.
Crazy album.
Well, even Black Crown from Silence is good. So,
Oh yeah. I think Suicide Silence are really underrated. Well, they are popular, but I think they get a lot of shit that they don't really deserve. Like you listen to some of their older songs and even some of the newer ones, like it's pretty fucking heavy shit. Like
Yeah.
I really like it.
It's huge. It's really,
Yeah.
really cool album.
Yeah, they're really good. I was sad because about Suicide Silence because people just weren't so happy when they changed the singer because well, Mitch Lacker died, and I thought that if the metal scene, which I knew it for the sense of community that if the metal scene has this kind of episodes, it's just something that make it poor and make it weaker than other music genres, kind of music that are that have different vision on the community, on the people that who listen it.
Do you like Eddie?
Huh?
Do you like Eddie Armida?
Yeah, it's a good singer. Why not? Because it's a good singer. They're a good band. They're good musician. Everything can happen in your life. You know, it's not so.
I don't like his low. I don't like his low. I like his screams, but I don't like this low.
Mhm.
I don't like so much screams in a sort of death metal music, deathcore. I prefer screams in a much more black metal kind of music. But
Like the high screams as opposed to the low screams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen him live and his eyes were like, wow. Are they really?
I have a old school mind where when I prefer low growls on the death metal and high screams on the black metal and not so mix, not too many mix of that.
See, I always
It's my personal
prefer
style.
I always prefer low screams, mainly because I'm like a vocalist myself, and when I almost like hate it when they go, I'll do a high here because my highs aren't that great, and my technique aren't great isn't like for highs, so I'll just blow out my voice if I go a bit too, if I like push it a little bit too far.
Really?
So I always prefer low and like make sure that when like we're coming up for albums and I'm picking mainly low vocalists to thrive off of it because that's my strong suit. Like highs for me, I do like them, but I think when you get a really good low screamer, like it's so good because like if they can get just massively low with a voice, I think it sounds way more impressive than the high highs.
Yeah, low growls make make their scene. Yeah, they're actually the power. I think. and high are more difficult. I'm not a vocalist. I'm not a singer. I just know people that sing, so I talk with that kind of experience. And vocals are more difficult. They all told me that high vocals are more difficult because it's harder on your throat to keep the stress.
Yeah, I'm going to do backing vocals, but I am going to do growls because it's what my voice can do.
Yeah. Well, you've got quite a naturally deep voice as well, so like with lows that helps massively. When you got a naturally deep voice, it just makes your lows even lower when you try pushing them.
Yeah.
I think it depends on like what kind of vocals. I think people might be better at highs and better at lows. You can obviously learn to do both. I think as a whole, people naturally will swing towards one way or the other, and that's what they prefer to do.
That's probably it.
Yeah. So what are you guys like hobbies and interests outside of music then? Like what do you guys do for fun?
I like football.
Me too. I'm a Juventus supporter.
Every
Two Juventus supporters.
Actually, I don't have so much to do. Actually, because I work and I play music. That's just the two things I do.
Well, I really like play video
I smoke a lot of
games.
cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Like
Yeah,
for Manuela.
I like basketball.
You guys like your sports then?
Yeah, I like NBA. LeBron James is my favorite player.
Did you see that they won? They won the championship, didn't they? They won the championship.
No, I don't. Aspetta.
Yeah, they won the last championship, but probably this year it's very difficult.
Yeah. Well, I actually had a bet like a while back when they were literally they'd just gotten into like the championships had just kicked off, and they went, "Do you think the Lakers are gonna win?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm confident." And I had someone from work bet me £100 that they'd lose, and I didn't take the bet because I wasn't that confident. And then they fucking won, and I was there like, I was like, I should have taken the bet, man.
I don't dunk, but I have
Trying. Working hard for the.
Mm-hmm.
I don't jump to touch the.
As I guess the ring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine it's quite hard to do, to be fair, to reach up that high and go like that.
Yeah.
I could do it, to be fair.
I used to do something like sports back in the time. Now I can't.
Yeah, I'm shit at sports, to be honest.
No,
I can't do any sports.
video games.
Yeah, that's the sport I do. I could do Wii Sports, and that's about it.
I ain't got any coordination either. We used to play football after band practice, and I ended up smashing my face into the fucking curb because I went to go kick the ball and I stepped on it and it slipped and I just went fucking smack straight into a curb. Ever since then it's like, no, I'm not playing football. I'm gonna sit this one out. I can't come back from that.
Please try again.
Honestly, I'm never touching a football after that. That was like some of the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
I had like grazes all over my face. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. What would your dream tour look like? So if you could pick any bands, say pick 3 bands that you wanted to tour with, what would it look like?
Well, underground scene or mainstream scene?
You can do it with like any size, any size.
Anything from Die Artist Murder to Nicki Minaj, whatever you want. There's no limits.
Well, that's saying.
I think my dream would be touring with Slipknot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it'd be good promotion, to be honest. You get to play arenas.
Actually, if you tour with Slipknot, it's a really good thing because you just learn how can they do what they do
In the way that they,
in the way that they do
everything.
Oh, yeah.
a massive show like that, because I think it's just a massive amount of work behind and a lot of people that work behind that, and well,
They are an industry. So,
yeah. And
I'd like to know. I'd like to know how much it costs, to be honest, to like put a Slipknot performance on. It must cost like at least about 10 grand or something, or probably more.
Oh, way more than 10 grand. I reckon it's in like the $500,000 like area.
And then besides with Slipknot, Behemoth, because it's a huge influence for
Oh
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
For me, Septic Flesh.
Septic
Oh,
Flesh,
Oh
love
yeah,
Septic Flesh.
I love Septic
really,
Flesh.
really good visual aspect in their shows. Really good music influences in their music, and Septic Flesh, and then Luca.
I don't know. There's a lot from Thai art to I don't know, Slaughter to Prevail,
Oh yeah.
deathcore bands.
Oh, I love Slaughter to Prevail. I absolutely
Yeah.
love them. They're such a sick band.
So
Yeah.
sick, so sick.
He's such a good vocalist. Like, I don't know how he gets his voice like that. I'm pretty sure he's not human.
Yeah.
He's just.
Yeah.
He's not human.
He's Russian.
Yeah.
It's Russian. That's
It's
all we
the
have.
only explanation.
Park
It's
with
just that
Rock.
bit in Demolisher when he like the music stops and it's just him screaming. I'm just like, how? How does he do that? How does he project it that far?
Yeah.
His voice is the equivalent of the Slavs quote in.
That's the Russian thing.
That's so
That's
true.
how he gets it so low. Just Slav
It's
squats.
kind of express the Slav quote.
That's how he powers up his voice. I bet he's doing that in like the studio when he's getting ready to record.
Well, was it someone that said Parko Drive?
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice. Good choice. Very good choice.
Oh.
Incredible band.
Yeah,
Really good. Amazing live performances.
Metalcore reference.
Yeah.
They really do know how to put on a show. They really do. They're really fucking amazing live.
Yeah, we saw them like because there's this festival in the UK called Bloodstock, and it's amazing. It's like the best metal festival that we've got here. And Parkway Drive headlined, and they put on such a good show. It was just crazy. And like loads of people were just like complaining about Parkway Drive playing. Like these guys aren't metal. And then like as soon as they came on, like everyone had a good time, and they were.
Yeah, I actually did the effort that they put behind it because they came on playing live here like 2 years ago, and they managed to put such an awesome set inside some kind of the smallest place you could ever jig in. And that was kind of fun. It was impressive.
Oh yeah.
With all the orchestra instrumentalists.
The orchestral sound is
Yeah, that
fantastic.
was-
Oh, I love that. I love that. And with the pyro as well. Did he do the thing when he gets the Molotov and he throws it at the back of the stage and it sets on fire?
No.
Yeah, no. They upped their game when they headlined Bloodstock. So you know the orchestral bits. The stage went completely black for about 5 minutes, and then just spotlights started popping on the stage, and they had a full orchestra on the stage on risers. And as the orchestral parts started picking up, the risers started going up. And like they're like 10 foot in the air with the orchestra. Like, I want to like fucking hell. Like.
Super awesome.
And they had so much pyro at the end of the set. They had flamethrowers on each part of the stage, but then at the right at the top where the screen was, they had massive flamethrowers there. So at the end of the set, there was just a giant mushroom cloud of fire that just shot out the stage, and like even from the back, you could feel the heat. Like
Yeah,
it just
it's intense, man.
pure ball of fire that got set off. It was amazing.
Super-
It was
super
genuinely
hard.
one of the best
Yeah,
live.
really amazing. Really.
So what was like What's the guys' funniest gig story? So like, has anything like gone wrong that was funny, or just anything that you spotted in the crowd that just made you laugh? Like, what's the funniest experience you've had playing?
I think the funniest part is that a lot of times we didn't get paid.
That's probably the worst part about local
We
scenes.
do it
Jokes
for the
apart.
glory.
Strani di tour, dice. Storie strane di tour, non mi ricordo.
Well,
I don't remember.
I know why you don't remember. Because
Oh.
we
One of our last gigs was in France.
Mhm.
and he was drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
Rockstar lifestyle.
I really drank too much. And I break some things and
And we had to stop.
Everything I saw, I think I destroyed it in every way I could.
He wanted to kill a person, but okay.
Moving slowly and barely talking, but
You guys could have hit the Metal Hammer magazine headline there. Now that'll be black metal.
It's like band breaks literally everything. So the venue was ruined. It's not there anymore. They've had to close it. There's too much cost and damages, mate. It's unreal.
yeah.
What was like the worst food you ever had on tour? Like, what food would you just recommend? Never have this, like, that type of food before you go on like the stage, because it's like a bad mix.
Really,
Carne seca.
well, you before a gig, it's the best if you don't eat too much, because otherwise you feel heavy inside.
Oh yeah.
But not in a good way. And well, I don't think what, but I don't know what. But in France, if you eat anything in France, in 2 days you regret it, because it's good the first time you eat it, but
there are a lot of cheese.
well,
Oh, yeah.
no, it's not the cheese, because it's, I don't know what, there's something in what they eat that just hurts, and you feel it just 2 days, only 2 days after, and not immediately. So you think you're eating something good, but then you then you regret it all, and
That was all the alcohol that you drink.
not only
night.
that. And then, well, a lot of cold pasta, which is horrible. It's just horrible eating cold pasta, and cold pasta, and well, pasta with anything they can take.
The worst thing is McDonald's
If
in
you
Czech Republic.
if you go on tour, you just have
Really?
to prepare
It's a fucking
yourself
shit.
to just survive. Anything you do, the sleeping condition aren't the same any day, and yeah. One day you sleep on the car, one day you sleep on a couch, and the next day maybe you sleep on the floor. And,
Sounds rough, man.
and it's cold, and there's no radiator, there's no. It's just cold, and you have to cover with all the jackets you have, and all the kind of things that cover you from the cold, and yeah, funny.
Not fun.
I feel like this is the part of the rock star lifestyle nobody talks about.
Yeah, but, it's just what it makes it so desirable, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's funny when you're back at home.
Yeah. When you're not there.
But it feels so boring. Anyway.
The thing is, like, you know, getting shit faced on tour is the best part about going on tour. That's the best part. Like, everyone loves that bit. Like, it would be a tour if someone didn't get absolutely fucking annihilated on a night the night after.
Yeah.
Right. So what would you say is like the biggest challenge you guys have faced as a band since you've been started?
Probably writing an entire album during lockdown. Everybody,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that has been tough.
Yeah, and managed to we with a lot of struggle we managed to get over the split, the big crash, and that kind of thing, and we do it with a lot of struggle, but we do it well, and well we managed to write an entire album in lockdown, so we're a bit proud of us because that means that we know what we do, and we know how to do it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. It must have been really hard, like obviously writing, because it's so much easier writing when you know you've got regular interaction with each other, because then you can, but like a lot of the time, like, you know, someone might not check the group chat and be like, oh no, I didn't like that bit that they added, I didn't like that riff, and then like a couple of days later they'll let you know, and you're like, ah, fuck. Yeah, I mean, I've written the rest of the song around that riff. So like, I imagine it must have been difficult. So the fact that you guys have managed to pull it off is impressive. You should be proud of
Oh yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
Thanks.
well, actually, I had to record all the bass parts in 8 hours
Oh,
Oh, wow.
fucking hell.
Yes.
That's intense.
because
It was
the
a
next
fucking
day
nightmare.
another lockdown was going to start, so I had to record them that day.
Very
Otherwise,
quickly.
I couldn't. So
It must have been like a lot of pressure, just knowing that you literally have that 8 hours and nothing else.
yeah, everything was really fast.
Yeah.
And, in that kind of moment, you just think, okay, that's cool, just keep it. Maybe I can do it better, but for the next album,
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
The thing is, like the two singles that you've released, in my own opinion, are really, really good, because I've listened to a lot of people that have released their own like EP, like in lockdown and stuff like that, and the production value and the amount of work that you put into it really shows through these just these two singles. Like the quality of it's way better than what I think other bands are doing. So you guys should be proud of it. Like honestly, the two
Yeah.
tracks that you've released so far have been absolutely banging, and I can't wait for the albums to come out.
yeah, and we actually we produced it because nobody helped us in the meaning of in the middle of the composition, during the composition, and
Well,
we just recorded
We
it,
wrote it 3
reamped.
times
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
some songs
in 1 month.
have been rewritten, rearranged, and we just recorded it and reamped it, and that's it.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the
Mastered.
composition, all the production was by us, because at the moment we were alone, and we
Yeah.
just had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can
Yeah.
people expect from the new album then? So obviously you've released some singles already. What can people expect from the whole album as a whole?
I think that it's a good starting point for what we want to do in the
In
future.
Yeah.
I think that our first album will be actually our first album when you find the start of the kind of path you have choose to follow, and actually I am looking forward for the second one, and I'm looking forward to restart composing and making new music, but well, it will be in the future. And this album is, as I said before, is a good starting point. I think that
Yeah.
it's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Maybe not the perfect formula, maybe not the best, but if you listen to it, you really understand what is going next.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If it goes better, because if it go worse, but
Guys, I've got high hopes. Honestly, I really
Yeah.
I really like the stuff that you've been putting out. Honestly, we listened to it and like instantly you've come into like one of my top 5 like top bands at the minute, because I haven't stopped listening to you since we actually like initially found you. So
Yeah.
honestly, guys, keep at it, because you guys are fucking sick and you're onto something that could be really big here. Like
Yeah.
honestly, keep
And if
going.
you do,
Like,
Thank you.
if you do release it on vinyl as well, let us know because I want to get it on vinyl.
I'll be straight to get it on vinyl first.
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's really cool. The vinyl, it's a really cool thing. The fact is that it's a bit expensive to
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
make them. So you have to think it in a pre-order, in a bundle, in something like that, because it's they're really expensive. So it's you have to plan it with the budget. You know, you have to make some money thinking, because we are not Elon Musk. So
We all wish we were Elon Musk, to be honest.
Yeah, I looked into printing off vinyl for like my band's EP, and I looked at it, I was like, fucking how much? I was like looking at it going, how the fuck are we gonna afford that? I remember putting in the group chat, this ain't happening. And they were like, why? I was like, it just in. If you saw this fucking quote I'd just been emailed, I was like, you'd be like telling them a fuck right off. It was so high. Like, oh, how much for like a couple 100 copies? Then they go, there you go. And I like, it got to be a mistake. You got to put like a couple thousand on here. Like we only want like 50 or 100. And then yeah, that's the price for 50 or 100. I was like, yeah, nah. I was like, yeah, that's not feasible. Everyone underestimates how expensive it actually is to print vinyl.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, I think we're sort of getting to the end point of the album, not the album, the interview. So what I was thinking, we always end off with sort of how bands would give advice to smaller bands or their younger selves. So what advice would you give to your younger self or a band just starting out? What would you say to them?
I'd say just make what you want, and the important thing is that you make a good thing. You make a good job, a good piece of art. That's the important.
Yeah.
The important thing is not what you want in the future, but what you're doing in the present. So, well, the important thing is that you are proud of what you're doing, and that it's a good thing, and that you like it, and that
and doing it with passion. So
yeah,
Yeah.
never
it's the first thing.
never lose the passion, and never make if you feel kind of bad, kind of you must do it. It means that there's something that is not so good. That there's some aspects that you have to change, because if you don't like it, you don't do it well, and you have to do it well because personally, I tend to think that.
Right.
The important thing is that you are proud of what you do and that you make the best you can. And then you can, people can like it, people can dislike it, don't give a fuck about that. Però
Never make something for the audience.
Yeah.
That's so true.
just something what
Audience is important, but if you do something for your fan base, for the audience, you're going to do something that you don't like. And if you don't can, it's not a good way to work.
I completely agree with that
Definitely.
one.
Definitely.
just
Yeah.
keep natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming on. And I think I can speak for me and Nathan here that we're both excited to see what you guys come out with the album. So we'll be sure to
100%,
listen to
yeah.
that. And we hope that you guys will come to the UK, do a tour, because we'll be there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. If you're ever in the UK, hit us up. We'll go for some beers or something. We'll get absolute shit face, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope to reach the UK with a tour.
Yeah.
We really hope to because it's just a country that we don't have explored yet. So
Yes.
We had a
Really
UK
cool.
tour, so
See, before the pandemic era,
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
We
we
hope
organized
to,
a tour in England, so
yeah.
it never came.
Well,
Please come here after that.
Well, after COVID, man. Soon as you hit, literally soon as you land, man. Let us know.
Yeah.
we really hope that this situation will solve because it's hard. I think also because we all have a life in the sense. I mean that we don't rely also only on our musical project, but the fact is that many people really have an actual job in music industry, live industry, and just TV shows and something like that, theaters, and well, it's been a year that they're not working, so it's
Yeah.
a year of just expensive, no earnings. So
Yeah.
I hope that
definitely.
this situation will solve soon because otherwise I think that there will be an economic crisis again,
Yeah.
and that's
Not wrong.
that's not the thing I like, you know.
Yeah. Well,
I completely agree.
hopefully, like the vaccines are a very big glimmer of hope. Right, I think in the UK at the minute we're doing really well with the vaccine rollouts. We've got like a little tracker where it tells you when your age group's going to be vaccinated. Our age group's due in August, so
Yeah.
hopefully that goes through. And once that's done, and vaccines are fully roll out, we can get the ball rolling on it all.
Yeah, it's kind of the same here in Italy because we are vaccinating the really old people at the moment, and the people who works in the hospital because well, it's obvious, and well, we don't know when people of my age, his age, 20s, 30s, will be vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all last on the list, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So the sad part about being the youngest, we'll be last on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. The world just hates young people.
Yeah. The sad reality.
Look at those fucking young people enjoying their lives. Like, fuck them. We'll leave them to last.
But yeah, thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And
Thank you very much.
It's an absolute pleasure, guys. Honestly.
Yeah. John and Sulfur. Catch you guys later.
See you in a bit.